Hello, everybody, and welcome to St. Francis High School for tonight's game between the Sacred Heart Fightin' Irish and the St. Francis Lancers. Here at Brother Fisher Field in Ron Calcagno Stadium, I'm Paul Cunningham, joined by Coach Jerry Goose Goslin for tonight's game between the Lancers and the Irish. The Lancers undefeated so far on the year, Goose, and Sacred Heart struggling a little bit, but hoping to get things right here tonight.
Well, this could be a game that can turn anybody's season around. You know, you have one team that's 1-4 and the other one's 5-0. So we'll see what develops out here.
The captains, the coin toss just completed. And we would like to thank TVU for providing the live coverage capability for tonight's game here at St. Francis. KMVT also thanks the Palo Alto Medical Foundation for its support of high school sports programming. As the officials are breaking up their huddle at midfield, the Lancers should be sending their special teams out onto the field, and we will get this game underway a little bit later than anticipated, as the JV game went a little bit longer and unfortunately marred by one injury that required an ambulance to come out to the field, unfortunately. Going deep to receive for Sacred Heart, they will send back Jamar Williams-Shepard and Jamal Lavalier. The Lancers will kick off and be on defense to begin the game, which is typically how the Lancers like to start a game. Kicking off for the Lancers is number 29, that is Matt Keith. The kick is high and deep and heading into the end zone, and it is into the end zone for a touchback. And Sacred Heart will come out to the 20-yard line to get things started. First and 10.
Yeah, it's a good kickoff there. You know, that's his 9th touchback of the year. And, you know, you said a high school team 80 yards away, Paul, and you know that they have their work cut out for them.
Absolutely right. And when you're 1-4, you've really got your work cut out for you.
It's just a great weapon having a good kicker like that.
It certainly is. Andres Ruiz, the quarterback for Sacred Heart, only a sophomore. Works the pitch, and he is caught in the background, but they missed the tackle. Now he's scrambling for his life, comes back all the way across the grain, breaks to the outside, has a first down, and then takes it out of bounds. A nice job by Andres Ruiz on first down. He was dead to rights, caught in the backfield for about a 5-yard loss. Here's another look at it, Goose.
Yeah, he does a great job here. I mean, he's wrapped up for a minute, spins away. The other kid wants a pitch out. He says, nope, I'm going the other way. And he transferred the ball the way he should to his left side, coming down the left sideline here, and just made a first down out of nothing.
Gets it out to the 34-yard line, a pickup of 14. It'll be first down and 10 for the Fightin' Irish. Motion again, the fake, the give up the middle this time. And a pickup of maybe a couple.
I don't have his name.
As the ball carrier was number 5, Jamar Williams-Shepard. Williams-Shepard picks up about 2. It'll be second down and 8 at the 36-yard line.
Number 9, quarterback, not on here.
They bring it back out as Andres Ruiz, the quarterback for Sacred Heart, under center. Give up the middle again. Some good yardage this time, out over the 40-yard line, just over the 40-yard line.
Yeah, same play. Picked up about 5 on this one here. Finds a seam there. Went to the outside, ran into number 32 there for the Lancers, Corey Wallace. I don't know about him.
So a 3rd and 4 for the Irish. Ruiz out of the shotgun. Takes it, looks like he's going to try to take it himself. He does, he gets close.
He didn't make the first down.
Close, but not close enough, as they're going to spot the ball at the 43-yard line. He'll be about a yard short of the first down. It'll be fourth down.
It looks like a good hole to start with, and then he ran into, I couldn't see who it was. There's too many people there, but
a
good
host
effort.
of Lancers.
And he's not feeling too good coming to the sideline here. He's holding his rib cage.
He got hit pretty good on the play. Into punt is number 18, James Williams. Deep to receive for the Lancers is number 5, Darius Thomas. The punt on the way. It will hit at about the 18, take a soft bounce, and then it is down at the 19-yard line where the Lancers will set up first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. 9:37 to go here in the opening quarter on a beautiful October night here at St. Francis. A little bit of chill in the air. Not much of a wind to speak of at all.
And Paul, as we look at the Lancers here, number 2 and number 3 have carried the load pretty much all the year. You've got your rushing points leader and all-purpose back and passing leader all wrapped up into 2 players. Numbers 2 and 3.
Kamali Akina out of the shotgun to start the game, has motion to the left. Akina looks to his right, throws over the middle. It's caught by Darius Thomas, and Darius Thomas is wrestled down inside Fightin' Irish territory at about the 41-yard line, where it'll be first down for St. Francis.
Yeah, take a look at this. This is a great look-in pass here to the wide receiver, and catches it, and he's off to the races there, and gets pulled down at the 40-yard line. Well, actually, they got it at the 41 now.
So first and 10 for the Lancers. Again, they come out in the shotgun. Ludovico Ahoya is the running back, and they give to Ahoya. He's got a big hole to the outside. Breaks it past one tackler, gets to the outside, down inside, or right down at the 25-yard line. No, they'll spot it at the 23. Let her look at it.
Okay, here's Ahoya, one of the co-captains, who is second on the Lancers roster in rushing, points, and all-purpose yards. So he carries a big load along with Licchio, the 2 of them. It looks like we're coming back here.
There's a flag on the play, yeah.
There's a flag coming back. That's going to be a 10 or 15-yarder. Looks like a 10-yarder against the Lancers. So it'll be first and looks to be about 20.
So first and 20 for the Lancers. They'll wind the clock. Nine minutes to go here in the opening quarter. And this time Aquino will come up under center. Tailback is Cyrus Habibi Licchio. They give to Habibi Licchio. He looks for some yardage and gets back down inside the 45, just inside the 45. With a pickup of about 5 yards. It will be second down and 15. Let her look at it.
Yeah, here he goes. He's looking for a hole there, and nothing much opened up. He was trying to go inside, then he peeked outside, and they kind of stacked him up after 4.5 yards, 5 yards. So we'll go second and 15.
Okay, Monty, we're gonna come out and go big. Okay, and we're gonna put Ronan at the X. Okay.
Yet another formation for the Lancers, and
like
then a whistle and a timeout called by St. Francis. So a break in the action. 8:08 to go here in the first quarter. There is no score.
All right, here we go.
Shot of the moon, second down and 15 to go. As the Lancers will come out with one receiver split to the right, one to the left. Aquina under center, motion to the left by Jordan Baines. Aquina rolls to his left, looks downfield, sets up, throws, looks out towards the flat, in and out of the hands of Darius Thomas, his intended receiver. It'll bring up a third down and 15 for the Lancers.
Yeah, it looks like he drew a crowd over there. When I saw it live, there were 2 or 3 guys surrounding Thomas. Here we are. There's two, but
Monty, can you hear me?
ball was thrown the only place he could throw it. Anything lower, everybody had a shot at it.
So a 3rd and 15 for the Lancers. Two receivers hustle out to the left.
Coming out, Spelvis. Unbalanced. Trips. Tight trips.
Aquina with the snap. The give to Habibi Likio, and Likio breaks 2 tackles, splits 2 tacklers, gets down inside the 40, down to the 38-yard line, where it will be 4th down for the Lancers and about 7.
Yeah, he breaks 2 tackles right at the line of scrimmage here. I mean, he was had on both sides and got away, and ends up picking up about 7-8 yards, and now that's going to change the complexion here, because I would think, Paul, that they will go for
Absolutely.
it. 4th and 8 on their side of the field, whereas he gets tackled back at the 45-yard line. They're punting. So
they've got a very strong defense to rely on if they don't
right.
make it.
Yeah, that was a big missed tackle there by a couple of the young men. But let's remember, they're high schoolers.
Aquina under center. Straight back to pass, has time, throws out the flat, wide open is his intended receiver. He's got the 1st down and more as he's tight ropes his sideline.
No, he's out of bounds.
Him out of bounds at the 11-yard line. He goes out of bounds. That is Thomas McDivitt.
All right, here's a nice drag, call it a drag pattern. Across the middle, looking right, now turns left. Everybody went right, and you'll see on your screen there's nothing but green grass and a 1-9. And then out of nowhere comes a white jersey.
Just did.
That was an excellent fake. They ran everything right and dragged him across the middle. And as you could see, wide open. Great call on 4th down.
They ended up spotting it at the 12-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Lancers. They can get a 1st down inside the 2-yard line. Aquina again under center. Gives to Habibi Likio, goes to the outside. It's a foot race, and he is into the end zone for the touchdown. Cyrus Habibi Likio in for the touchdown with 6:54 to go here in the opening quarter.
All right, here's a basic sprint right. Just hand it off to him here and just shoot for the corner, and you'll see he outruns everybody here. Pretty easy score from the 12. St. Francis so far on the season, up to that score there, have scored 108 points. So they haven't had any problem putting points on the board in their games thus far.
Courtney Ogren out for the extra point. First time I've ever seen a female player on a Lancer team. The left-footed kick is up, and it is good. And Courtney Ogren splits the uprights to make it a 7-0 lead. A break in the action. 6:54 to go here in the opening quarter. 7-0 St. Francis Lancers. Jamar Williams Shepard and Jamal Lavalier back to receive again for Sacred Heart as Matt Keith is on to kick off for the Lancers. Last time he booted it deep into the end zone. We'll see what he does here. Kick is high,
that's
deep,
in the end zone again.
And once again in and out of the end zone for a touchback. It's a wonderful weapon to have in high school football.
Boy, it sure is.
Here's a look at the WCL standings, Goose.
Yeah, listen, let's look up top there. St. Francis for years has occupied a spot up near the top. But look at that number 2 team there, Reardon. 2-0. Boy, they scored 65 or 66 points last week against Sarah. What a turnaround. What a surprise.
Absolutely.
And Valley Christian, St. Ignatius following with Mitty. There's a punch on tied at 1-1, but St. Francis and Reardon right now are the 2 undefeated teams in the WCAL.
I'm seeing Sarah at 0-2 as a surprise also.
Well, when I saw that first quarter score last week, I was just shocked.
A whistle, flag flies, and it
must be a legal procedure to be called that early.
So that will back it up 5 yards.
False start against the Irish. 5-yard penalty.
It'll be 1st and 15 at the 15.
Ronan Murphy, the wide receiver for Sacred Heart's, a nice big target at 6'3". I don't know how often they throw to him, but we'll find out tonight.
Ruiz with the pitch out, and around the right end is Jamar Williams Shepard, and Shepard is stacked up after he picks up maybe a yard. Take another look at it.
Yard at the most. He had a lot of running to laterally, but there was nothing there. There were at least three Lancers waiting for him.
Looked like he was going to get something at the beginning, but that Lancer defense closed down on
Yeah,
him
they
real
did.
quick.
They did.
Second down and a long 14 for the Fightin' Irish. Ruiz out of the shotgun. The give to the running back and a pickup of about 4 yards. Ball carrier was Jamar Williams Shepard. Another look.
Okay, here he comes right at us, just following a horde of blockers. And as you can see, we can't single out any tacklers here because it's a gang tackling type of defense, which the coaches love.
Yes.
No isolation here, just get everybody the ball.
Pickup of about 4 on the play. It'll be third down and 11.
Boy, there's no splits in that line right there. They are bunched.
The give again to the outside to Williams Shepard. He fights for some yardage, gets out over the 20, close to the 24-yard line, but it'll bring up a fourth down in a punting situation for the Fightin' Irish. It'll be fourth down and 6. 5 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. James Williams will do the punting duties. And deep to receive for the Lancers is Darius Thomas.
Always a dangerous play in high school football. Boy, the snap, getting the kickoff.
Oh, and
look
he
at
jumped
this. The ball hit
a
him in
little
the
soon,
foot.
and now he's in trouble.
I couldn't even get it all out of my mouth being a dangerous play, and I can't believe what I saw. I didn't understand the jump. What's the jump here?
Look, I'm not sure if maybe he was just trying to get loose and the center snapped the ball when he wasn't expecting it.
Had to, because there's no reason to jump in the air. The ball hadn't even come back yet. And then it came back on the ground while he was a foot and a half off the ground.
It's like a pickoff play in baseball.
That was, yeah.
Got the runner up in the air.
Or don't cover third and go from first to third. Wasn't that a great play? Boy.
Yeah, I felt really bad for the Dodgers.
Yeah, me too.
First and 10 at the 21 for St. Francis, as they will look to add to their lead.
Good Irish brains. Old Murphy going from first to third.
Keena under center. The give to the tailback. That's number 27, Ludovico Ahoya. Gets inside the 20, down to the 16-yard line.
Yeah, tackle here. Tackle by 33, Franceschini.
Brought down by Franceschini.
He made an individual tackle there. Thank goodness he got a hold of his ankle and just held on for dear life.
Second down and 5 for St. Francis. I formation again for the Lancers. 2 receivers out to his left. 3-step drop, looks towards the flat, has his man out there complete, a dive for the end zone, and he is short, brought down at around the 1-yard line.
This will be interesting to see. He hit the cone with the ball, but his foot must have been out of bounds.
It's Jordan Baines who
I don't think we'll see his foot from our angle.
No, and there's no replay in high school, so he's out of bounds at the 1.
Yeah, but he did stretch it out. I saw the cone go flying.
He did a nice job trying to get there. It'll be first down and goal from the 1-yard line for St. Francis. High formation again for the Lancers. Ahoya is the tailback. A drift pattern out towards the corner of the end zone, and it's broken up, but almost a face guard situation. The defender never knew where the ball was.
Yeah, although at the very end, he darn near intercepted it. live, it looked like at the very end he had a chance to pull the ball away, but didn't happen.
Pass was intended for Darius Thomas as they ran a quick drift pattern and nothing doing. So it'll bring up a 2nd down and 1 from the 1-yard line. Again, the Lancers come out in an I formation with a Hoya.
Let's bet on 3 runs here, Paul.
I think so. And up the middle they go, and it is number 44, Joey Lynham, who takes it into the end zone for the touchdown. And the Lancers have a 13-0 lead.
This is just a bull rush here. Just go forward and fall in behind. And he did.
Lynham, 5'11", 205 pounds, and he did just bull his way in there. Extra point attempt now for the Lancers as Courtney Ogren is out on the field again. The left-footed kicker for the Lancers. Snap, spot, kick is up, and the kick is good. 3:39 to go here in the opening quarter. It is 14-0 St. Francis. Lancers kicking off for the 3rd time here in the first quarter. Again, deep to receive, Jamar Williams-Shepard and Jamal Lavalier for Sacred Heart, but so far they've just stood there and watched the Matt Keith kicks go in and out of the end zone. This one's a line drive kick that's going to be taken, bobbled, and then picked back up by Lavalier. Here he comes up middle. He's got some room to run. Nice move to the outside. Spin move gets out to the 40-yard line. And an excellent return by Jamal Lavalier as he took that line drive kick.
Boy, this is a fantastic run. Watch him here. Watch him step and turn it on right here. And very nice return. Now that's much better field position for him to start this drive.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line for the Fightin Irish as a return by Jamal Lavalier. We'll see if it's put a spark into the offense for the Fightin Irish as they come out single back behind Ruiz. Motion, the give to Williams-Shepard. Williams-Shepard continues to fight. He gets out over the 45, close to the 46-yard line. A nice pickup on 1st down by Williams-Shepard. Another look at it.
Yeah, he's coming right off tackle there and comes up, squares his shoulders, and is greeted by 2 Lancers. But a nice pickup. Looks a long 4. Ball
spotted just outside the 47-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 4 for Sacred Heart.
1st down will be just across midfield.
Andres Ruiz out of the shotgun formation, has it, gives to Williams-Shepard. Williams-Shepard disappears into a host of Lancer jerseys.
Boy, I'll say.
And picks up a couple of yards, though. He fought hard for that yardage, and it'll bring up a 3rd
long
down.
2, I think.
3rd and long
or
2.
3. No, more than that now. It's 3. He moved it back. He only gave him 1 yard on that. He's got a full 3 now. Isn't he at the 48? Yeah.
Yeah, he's just at the 48, so 2.5. Long 3. I'll go with you on that. Ruiz again from the shotgun. Tight formation by the Irish.
Everybody's
the
tight.
Give again. Now he tries to cut back against the grain, and nothing doing for Williams-Shepard. As they went to the well one too many times on that
you'll
play.
see. He stutters out here, and just when he stutters here, that's it. Next thing you know, there's 3 Lancers right there. Lost 1 on the play, so it'll bring up 4th and 4.
James Williams on to do the punting duties.
And here we go with the punting game again in high school football. Good friend of mine, Ted LaCicero, once said, "Goose boy, I'll never punt. I'll never have a kid punt, because only bad things happen to the punting team." So we'll see. Well, he got this one off. Line drive.
That's going to do nice pick up by Thomas. Thomas takes it at the 4, looks for some room to run, and is brought down at about the 7-yard line. There's a flag down on the play. Looks like it'll be against the Lancers. We'll see.
I believe the tackle was by number 11, who I don't have on my program. I don't have an 11, but he made a nice tackle there because
It's John Del Bianco.
John Del Bianco, my partner says, so he gets the A list. See, I get the B. But that's okay.
I paid $1 to
he
get
comes
a program,
all the way from Vegas.
Yeah,
he travels from Vegas, so he buys the program down there in the betting line.
I asked, what's the cheapest thing here at St. Francis? They said, it's the football program, only $1. I said, I'll take one. Lancer football in the shadow of their own end zone at the 4-yard line. The give to Habibi Likio, and Likio continues to fight. He's still not down, and they whistle the play dead as Habibi Likio tries to break free.
Watch this, folks. Probably the smallest guy in this pile is the ball carrier, and watch which way the pile keeps going. You can't bring him down.
He just keeps fighting and gets it out to the 9-yard line.
That's a good 4-yard gain he just got there. He had nothing. Do that 3 times, it seems to me, with my math is right. That's a first down every time, 12 yards.
Second down for the Lancers. A give to number 27, Ahoya. And Ahoya fights for extra yardage. He has the first down and more as he gets out close to the 19-yard line, where it'll be first down for St. Francis.
Yep, this will be going off tackle to the left, and he gets through the initial wave here and then meets a few people and gains another couple and gets to the 19 for a first down.
The clock will run, and the Lancers will apparently allow it to run out. We're down to 14 seconds.
Yeah, they're going off the field
already. They
already.
will let the clock run out. So the first quarter is in the books, 14-0 St. Francis.
KMVT 15 is your community media center. We are here to provide hands-on training, equipment, and resources to you to express your voice over many distribution platforms. So when you think of KMVT 15, remember we have a full production facility, production truck, and an award-winning staff here to support your needs.
Shot of the field here at Brother Fisher Field in Ron Calcagno Stadium, surrounded by the Tom Tewitt track and the Angelo A. Aguirre athletic facility. So they've honored as many retired coaches as they can in this field here at St. Francis, as the Lancers will come out breaking from the timeout. It will be first down at 10. The ball is spotted at the 18-yard line. The official whistles the ball in. The give up the middle. Ahoya, a nice run, shifts the ball, gets out over the 40 and out to the 44-yard line.
Well, he makes a good deke to the inside and then comes outside here and just really picks it up. Whoop, we kind of went out. Okay, here we go. He's coming up here, and right there he gave a deke to the inside, moved the ball to his outside hand, and just picked up another 12 yards, 14 yards before he got run out of bounds.
Reed Vattel now in at quarterback for St. Francis, the sophomore. He is 6'4", 165 pounds. And he comes in at the helm now for St. Francis. Under center. Gives to Habibi Likio. Likio has a chance, tries to break it back inside, and he is pushed out of bounds. It looks like there's a flag down.
Yeah, there's a flag at the 42-yard line here. Must be against St. Francis because they're looking backwards.
There's a flag on the flag.
It is against the Lancers. Looks like a hold
Boy,
from the spot of the foul.
And that was That was 12 yards downfield. He had already picked up 12.
So the penalty pushes it back to the 47-yard line. So that's one where you pick up all that yardage. They back you up because of the penalty, but you still get some positive yardage out of it. It's first down and 7.
Ball at the 47.
Vettel under center. Habibi Likio is the tailback. The give to Habibi Likio. Again, he's got a blocker out in front, and he's got room to run. Slips on the turf and goes down at about the 40-yard line. It'll be a first down for
All right,
the
watch
Lancers.
him follow number 76. I think that's Albert. Here he is right here. I mean, just follows him right down the field.
Michael Albert, the lead blocker for him out there.
Boy. Well, you know, you follow 265 pounds downfield.
Good guy. He's a good friend when you can follow a guy like that.
Yeah, and you're taking on D-backs that are standing about 5'8".
First down and 10 for St. Francis at the Irish 40-yard line.
Well, I guess they're 5'10". Their two D-backs are 5'10", but still.
They don't weigh 265.
Yeah, at 175 and 165 against, it means yards.
Vettel looks to pass, throws out into the flat. It's caught, but immediately brought down is the receiver for the Lancers. That's number 89, Dominic Graziani. Another
All
look.
right, Vettel gets knocked down pretty hard here, by the way, after he throws the ball. That's just a pass out in the flat that stayed in the flat, so it's 2nd and 10.
Good defense by the Irish on that play to come up and get Graziani down. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 minutes to go here in the first half. 14-0, Lancers in the lead. Vettel with the give to Ahoya, and Ahoya is brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up a 3rd down, and there's a
here's
injured
just
player.
an off tackle over the right side, and for nothing, he gets met. He gets met behind the line of scrimmage by number 10, Murphy. Ronan Murphy came through and did a great job. It looks like number 45, who's been running on the sideline down here, is going to return to the game. Salazar.
There's a player down on the field on the
on the far
the
hash mark
35-yard
over
line
there.
that they're going to take a look at. So we've got a break in the action, 9:42 to go here in the first half, 14-0 Lancers. Injured player is Caleb Lagafua. They're shot at the press box. There's Lagafua leaving the field. Looks like he injured his wrist. The Lancers will have the ball. 3rd down and 10, just outside the 40-yard line. High formation again for the Lancers. Vettel under center. Gives to Ahoya, and Ahoya is tripped up and brought down at about the 37-yard line. Pickup of maybe 3 yards. It will bring up a 4th down and 7.
They're hitting off tackle over here quite a bit. They like running over here.
4th and 7 for St. Francis.
Well, we'll see if they drag across the middle again.
2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Vettel out of the shotgun has time, throws deep down the field. A nice looking pass in and out of the hands of his intended receiver, Darius Thomas. And Reed Vettel made a very nice job.
Yep,
Give him the headset.
He
Give it to Amani.
he hits him in the hands down at the goal line, close to the goal line, and
Kenny, can you give the headset to Amani? Kenny, give the headset.
It's 14-0
Kenny,
St.
give the
Francis.
headset to Amani. What the?
doesn't do any good to yell into the microphone.
No.
Get it, Amani. Get it, Amani. That's it. You got it.
He's the
Sorry, we can't do anything about that.
Fucking sit together. Hey, money. Money. Not really.
So it is Sacred Heart ball
There?
at the
What'd you run?
37-yard line.
Okay, hey, listen. Hey, let's go for it here, okay? Let's go Okie left, the next one. Base, Okie left, reverse pass right. Let's try and get behind him.
Ruiz under center.
There it is.
The give to Williams Shepard. Williams Shepard has room to run. He's out in front. He's at the 30, 20,
nobody gonna
10,
catch him.
5, and
Nobody gonna
touchdown
catch him.
Sacred Heart as Jamar Williams Shepard.
All right,
Here's
here
a
we
better
go.
look.
Here we come. We're coming in right off tackle. Then he slides to the outside. Now there's nobody. Up here in the top here, you can't see it on the screen, but boy, there was no one once he got 7 yards downfield. Right here, he is now free. Running away from the world.
Yeah, boy, he's got good speed.
Yeah.
There was nobody
Long
going to
stride.
catch him. Yeah. Extra point. James Williams on for the extra point. Snap, spot, kick is up, and the kick is...
It's long. I don't know if it's good. I think it's
no
no good.
No good. So a break in the action, 8:34 to go here in the first half. 14-6 St. Francis.
We missed it?
So we'll see the Lancers receiving team for the first time tonight. Going deep for St. Francis, Cyrus Habibi-Likio. And also it looks like number 7, that would be Trayshawn Bishop, are deep to receive for the Lancers. And continuing to do the kicking duty is number 18, James Williams.
They're not anticipating too deep because they're both waiting at the 10.
Right. Well,
Usually you start around the 3 so you can come forward, but now they're cheating up to the 12.
well, they probably watch the kicker in warm-ups and determine where he puts the ball. That's what Ron Calcani used to do, and so I'm assuming Greg Calcani might have
Way
done
short.
the same thing. And
Right
it is short, and it's going to be bobbled and then falling on it, and a wise move by Andrew Sundaram.
Yeah, he kind of hesitated, then he realized, hey, wait a minute.
It's a live ball.
Hey, here we go. It's just kind of a pop-up to second base, and he kind of fumble-rooskied it and then finally fell on it.
Well, you don't want to try to pick something like that, so
Absolutely
pick it up.
not.
So Sundaram with the smart move brings up a 1st and 10 for the Lancers at the 21-yard line.
Yeah, Sundaram's just thinking blocking. I'm a blocking up front here. Not thinking about running that ball.
Kamali Akina back into the game at quarterback for the Lancers. Cyrus Habibi-Likio is the tailback. They give to Habibi-Likio, and he stumbles and falls.
Over his own man.
Yeah.
He stumbled. The 24 for St. Francis made a good block here. Senft. But he caught the back of his heel.
Pickup of a yard on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 9.
Better get some hustle here. He's going to start.
Akina from the shotgun. Has time in trouble, now tries to roll to his right. There's a flag down behind him. 2 flags are down. He continues to run, and then down goes Akina at about the 15-yard line. See if they decline the penalty.
Yeah, he can't find anybody here, and he tried to escape. First one, he kept his balance here. Then the next guy kind of gets him at the ankles, and behind you there on screen is a couple of penalty flags. 2 of them, one at the 20-yard line and one at the 15-yard line. And now they'll have a decision here. I would think they probably refuse it.
Yeah, because it'll bring up a 3rd down.
This brings up a 3rd and about 18. So
they did decline the penalty. It brings up 3rd down.
3rd and about 15. So they have to get out to the 30 for the first down.
Trips left with one receiver to the right. Akina takes it himself, does a spin move and gets out to the 25-yard line. Nice pickup of about 10 yards on the play, but not anywhere close to the first down. So it'll bring up a 4th down.
Real spread formation there. They had a double slot to the left, and he just took the ball himself and decided to go inside.
It'll be a 4th and 7 actually in a punting situation for the Lancers. First time they have punted the ball tonight.
Bottom of the field. Hey, time out. Jesus. Who is that? Come on. No, it's 84. Tommy's got to move out. Or no, it's fewer.
Punt is away. It's a high punt that will hit at about the 48-yard line and take a Lancer hop, and the Lancers will down it at the 36-yard line.
Eagle, make sure Liliana knows she's Eagle.
I'd like to thank TVU for providing the live coverage capability for tonight's game here at St. Francis, and KMVT thanks the Palo Alto Medical Foundation for its support of high school sports programming. First and 10 for Sacred Heart. 6:36 to go here in the first half. Ruiz under center. Jamar Williams-Shepard is the running back. Motion, the give to Williams-Shepard. He is met at the line of scrimmage and nowhere else to go but the line of scrimmage. It will bring up a 2nd down and 10.
Imani, base. Imani, base. Base. We need base personnel. Base. Let's go jet right. Base, jet right.
Does he know he's got a microphone?
6:15 to go here in the first half.
Why don't you get the set units to get the personnel on the field first?
Sorry, they're right next to us. Well,
Ruiz under
it's
center.
Here.
Motion and the give to Lavalier. Lavalier picks up maybe a yard. It'll bring up a 3rd down. 3rd down and 8.
Pass right. Okie State left, reverse pass right.
Williams on the tackle.
Left, reverse pass right. Can you hear me? Okie State left, reverse pass right.
Third down. 5:20 to go here in the first half as the clock continues to run. 3rd down and 8 for the Fightin' Irish. And a flag flies too much time, I believe, against the Irish. And that'll back it up 5 yards.
Too fucked up to be doing this. We can't. Run it. Let's run it. Okie State left, reverse pass right.
5-yard penalty. Bring up a 3rd down and 13.
3rd down and
12. We'll say 3rd and 12.
I'm with you. I think it's 13. I do. It's at least 3 yards to that marker.
Fake. Trickery. Man is open. It is complete down the field to 21. Arion Mitchell. Mitchell has a man to beat. He's slowing down, and he makes it into the end zone. And I'm not sure he knew there was a man right on his tail, but...
Well, you'll see this pitch pass. It fakes a handoff, pitches to the fella coming around the backside, and they suck up all the Lancers. All of them came up to defend the run, which it was not. It was a pass. And he kind of waltzes in the end zone. He slowed down at the 5, and would have been something if they knocked the ball out of his hand.
And the Irish will take a timeout.
And it looks like Sacred Heart will probably take a timeout to think about their 2-point play here.
Right. So a break in the action, 4:39 to go in the half, 14-12, St. Francis. Shot of the Lancer band there on the far side of the field, and it is a conversion attempt now for the Fightin' Irish. They're going to go for 2. as they trail by 2. Andres Ruiz brings them out and comes under center. Jamar Williams Shepard is the running back. Motion to give to Williams Shepard. He fights inside, and he is in for the 2-point conversion. And with 4:39 still to go here in the first half, we are tied at 14.
That was hard to see. There were bodies going down. Their helmet came off. Ball went. But they got it in there to tie the ball game up.
Tied at 14 here at St. Francis.
It's one just pile up there, and he fell through on the other side.
Imani, give
And
it
he's
back
a
to
big
Kenny.
ball
Imani,
carrier.
Give it back to Kenny. Imani, give it back to Kenny.
Shot of the press box on the far side, on the home side of the field. As Sacred Heart trying to pull off a stunning upset here. They have it tied 14 all with 4:39 to go here in the first half, and the Irish will kick it off to the Lancers. A pooch kick again is called for and taken by Soderholm, and he'll try to get to the outside. Nice return.
Well,
gets
he was
out over
ready
the
for it this
35.
time, and he
That's right.
had a nice run back. He anticipated it. This kickoff goes the same exact place as the last one, and you'll see a completely different reaction. Lancer is ready this time to catch it, receive it, and take off with it, and does a nice job. You don't want to run too much laterally on that kickoff. You want to run upfield.
Nice return by Andrew Sundaram. It'll be first down now for the Lancers. Kamali Akina under center, I formation. Habibi Likio is the tailback. He has it, tries to follow his blocking. He does, gets out over the 40-yard line, close to the 42. Pickup of about 8 on the play. Say 7. It'll be second down and 3.
Nice gain here. He follows Albert again, number 76, and just comes right through and seemed to pick up 6 yards on the play. Always a nice first down play when you gain 6.
Yes, it is.
Gives you a lot of options the next couple of plays.
Second and 6 for the Lancers. Akina under center. And movement on the hard count, and it looks like it'll be against the Irish. It is offsides against Sacred Heart. 5-yard penalty will make it a first down for the Lancers. We'll see him jump over right there.
This is something that drives coaches crazy because the kids have been taught since they started playing football to watch the ball, watch the movement of the ball. And obviously you're not doing that when you're jumping off like that. He's only 2 players, 1.5 players outside the ball. So he can see it. He's looking down to his right, peeking down there.
The give to Ahoy. Ahoy runs into his own blocker, tries to skip to the outside, and is brought down by the Irish, but he gets into Irish territory.
Yeah, he's about a half a step away from breaking it here. He just didn't get outside soon enough. Nice tackle there by Sacred Heart underneath that pile.
They'll spot the ball at the 49-yard line of Sacred Heart. It'll be a second down and 7 for St. Francis. 3:03 to go here in the half. The Lancers not with any sense of urgency at the moment, but the clock is winding down to halftime. The give again to Ahoya. He tries to break through. He has a couple of men to beat, but they are able to hang on to him as he carries them down to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, he does an excellent job here, Paul. He hits the hole right now, keeps his shoulders straight, and picked up a first down.
Good leg drive.
A little shout out to all of those people over on Wakefield Terrace this evening who are viewing the game. Hope the Andersons are enjoying the show.
First and 10. The give again to Ahoye. Ahoye is continuing to fight. Helmets are off. No whistles yet, and he's wrestled to the ground and brought down at the 39-yard line.
I'll tell you, I think that the whistle needs to be blown a little sooner here.
Yeah.
I mean, the young man's forward progress has stopped right here. right here, his forward progress is stopped. Now there's a lot of lateral movement, a little jumping around, and still no whistle. And we have an injured Sacred Heart player down here.
We do. So a second down and 8, a break in the action, 2:18 to go in the first half. We are tied at 14.
Okay, Paul, we have Salazar injured again. That's the same, I guess, knee or ankle. It's same as the first quarter.
The give to Habibi Likio, and Likio gets down inside the 35-yard line. The ball pops out, but the whistle has blown it dead. And they will spot the ball at the 34-yard line, where it'll bring up a third down and about 4 yards.
The Lancers are making a real habit of running off tackle here on the right side. They're going straight ahead at him there, and hey, you're picking up 4 or 5 yards a carry. Why change it? Run it till they stop you, like there.
Habibi Likio. Likio gets down close to the 30. We'll see where they spot.
He's going to be at least a yard short of the first down.
So it'll bring up a 4th and 1. The Lancers will go for it.
Okay, you'll see it straight ahead here again, but meets a roadblock this time. Number 24 and number 10. Na and Murphy were there to meet him. And now we go 4th and 1.
4th and 1. Clock continues to run. 1:05 to go here in the first half. Akina under center. The give to Habibi Likio. He can't find room yet, but now he does. And then he fights for some extra yardage. Gets down inside the 30, down to the 27-yard line.
Okay, here we go. Just same play, all coming left this time. Going between the guard and tackle. Found a hole. See, he found a crease there and did a very good job of getting up inside. Because he's a tall young man.
Yes, he is.
But he gets his shoulders squared up and gets down and gets through there.
Did a good job probing that defense, picking up the first down, and we've got a break in the action. 52.5 seconds to go here in the first half. Timeout, St. Francis. We're tied at 14. There's Renee, our cameraman.
Don't walk away, Renee.
Shotgun formation, throw out into the flat is
I believe that ball hit the ground.
Yeah, it came down. Wow, they're
Oh my
rolling
God.
it complete to
Oh my
number
God.
4. That's Bennett Williams.
No. Yeah, this a throw out to the right side. And, I mean, it hits the ground. Place is going nuts.
Akina out of the
Here
shotgun
we
in
go.
trouble. Now he looks downfield, pump fakes, dives down towards the 15-yard line as the Lancers go without a huddle as they hustle back up to the ball.
He just couldn't keep his feet there.
And now the Lancers appear to take a timeout. So a break in the action, 26.4 seconds to go. We are tied at 14. Lancers break their huddle there out on the field, just awaiting the Fighting Irish to come join them. The officials have whistled them in, and now the defense will come out for Sacred Heart. Lancers come out in a shotgun formation. Aquino with Ahoya joining him in the backfield as the running back. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver to the right. Aquina has it, looks left, throws left towards the end zone. The man's down as his intended receiver was Bennett Williams. Williams fell down on the play, and the pass falls incomplete.
Yeah, he falls on his break here, and then there's 2 Sacred Heart defensive people out here. So he fell on the break, and the ball was way overthrown, which was just as well.
Yes.
Because there were only 2 white shirts that had a chance.
That's right. That's right. So a second down and 10 now for St. Francis. They have the ball at the 15-yard line. 20.6 seconds to go in the first half. The Lancers have no more timeouts. Aquina has it, looks towards the end zone, has time. Now he's in trouble, rambles to his right.
Oh, he's got all kinds
looks
of
to
room.
go out of bounds, picks up a block and steps out of bounds at about the 7-yard line.
Yeah, you'll see here. He looks around, and then he scrambles right, and he's got all kinds of room. Nobody out there. Right here. Takes off. and runs out of bounds, which is a wise play to stop the clock with 12.4 to go.
So 3rd down and 1. The Lancers could probably run one more play and then maybe try the field goal. Nice job by Aquina to get out of bounds on the play.
If it's not an incomplete pass, they're going to have to spike the next one because you're down to 12. A running play is going to run it out.
Aquina under center, 3-step drop. Now
he'll
rolls
run
to
it
his
in.
left. Looks, still has tight, throws over the middle. It is in and out of the hands of his intended receiver. It was intended for Dominic Graziani. And
okay, here you go. He rolls left. Rolls left, looking, sees nothing, looks like he could run. And then number 8 starts to come up. And it was just one of those grabbing for the ball.
Nice job on defense by the Fighting Irish on the last 2 plays to go ahead and keep the Lancers out of the end zone. And Courtney Ogren is on for the field goal. Field goal will be about a 23-yard attempt, and Sacred Heart will take the timeout to ice the kicker with 4.7 seconds to go in the half. Breaking the action, we're tied at 14. Field goal attempt for the Lancers here right before halftime. As Courtney Ogren out on the field, left-footed kicker for the Lancers.
23-yard attempt.
Snap, spot, kick is up, the flag is down. The kick is no good. And we'll see what the flag is all about. Illegal procedure against the Lancers.
Against the Lancers, so this half is over.
Well, 0.4 of a second to go.
But it's over.
Sacred Heart will be able to run one play.
Which will be a kneel down. 80 yards away will be a kneel down, and we'll have a 14-14 halftime.
Ruiz brings the offense out. They are going to huddle up.
I cannot believe.
Last timeout is taken by Sacred Heart.
I cannot believe they're taking a timeout here, Paul.
See if we can see the kick here again.
Okay. Well, it's a low line drive, and from our angle, it just, cannot see it, but they were saying no right away. They didn't even indicate where it went, left or right. The kicker kind of took a stutter step, and then started again, which kind of throws the timing off.
Yeah, it sure does.
It's hard for me to believe that you're going to kneel down with 0.4 of a second to go and you take a timeout.
Well, maybe they wanted to make sure they had the formation right, because they are right on the they are coming in a real tight formation, as if they are going for the kneel down, and they are.
Well, they're going to kneel down. You're not going to do a
maybe they just wanted to make
away.
sure they were in the right formation and didn't want to make a mistake. They do take the kneel down, and we are at halftime, and we are tied at 14. Both teams are back on the field, and quickly, Goose will take us through the scoring plays.
All right, here's the first St. Francis score here. This is the one where he just took off to the right side and then turned the corner and outran everybody to the end zone. That was the first Lancer score. Well, the first 2 scores will be the Lancers. This one here is just a plug up the middle and just get out of my way.
That's Joey Lynham, yeah, just right up the middle.
And now you've got the Sacred Heart score where he comes off the guard, and once he cleared here, I told you earlier, he was gone. I mean, we could see 40 yards of nothing but green grass and a white jersey. And you can see he's gaining each 5 yards. Nice stride. The next going to be a flip toss pass. The flankers coming around from the other side. They pitch to him. He pulls up and he throws, and wide open. 10 yards behind all the Lancers. The only thing this young man did here, which I'm sure the coaches talked about, he starts coasting right at the 5-yard line. Well, we've seen in the game in years past in the pros, you punch that ball out before you get to that goal line, and turns over the other side. But those were the 4 scoring plays, which gives us a 14-14 and a half.
So we would like to also thank TVU for providing the live coverage for tonight's game. And also a big thank you to the Palo Alto Medical Foundation for its support of high school sports programming. Both teams continuing with their warm-ups on the field. We're just under a minute to go before the kickoff. The Irish break their huddle. You see the Lancers stretching out on the far side of the field as we prepare here to start the second half of this ball game in what would be only considered a huge upset at the moment, with a tie score at halftime as the Lancers come in undefeated and Sacred Heart comes in with a 1-4 record. But you sure wouldn't know it by the way they've been playing tonight, especially on the defensive side of the ball, stopping the Lancers on several drives, keeping them out of the end zone and keeping the score close here at 14 all.
I think one thing is significant, Paul, is that Sacred Heart's 1-4 coming into this game, and they've only scored 52 points coming into this game. And now against the number one tied first place WCAL Lancers, they've scored 14, which, compared to the 52 they've scored in five
They've
games.
come out, they're playing a tough game, and they're truly playing inspired tonight. So hats off to Sacred Heart for the effort they're putting in here tonight. Far away from home, coming down the peninsula.
Well, the weather cooperated for them because it's cool, just like it is. I'm born and raised in San Francisco, so being from up there, it's familiar weather for them.
Sure.
But it's still a shorts night. But it's
well for you.
Yeah.
I've got a sweatshirt on and pants. And it's a little warmer in Las Vegas, so coming out here
gosh,
is
what a transition for you.
Yeah, it's winter.
Well, I'm a long pants for funerals and weddings only. So
there you go. All right.
Or reunions, I guess. I also stretch it and put long pants on. But
so the officials are out on the field. We're just waiting for the players to come out onto the field.
Yeah, I don't know what the holdup is. It's not TV because we're ready to go.
No, we're ready.
We were born ready, and it's just everybody standing around. You got the officials looking at one another. They're in a big old rectangle.
And finally, one of the officials goes, "What are we waiting for?"
Yeah,
and the one guy goes, "I don't know." So he starts to break up the huddles.
Okay, Lancers are now coming all the way out in the field.
Lancers are going to receive the second half kickoff here. And we'll await the Irish to come out and kick it away. And here they come.
Some secret we're not supposed to know about, I guess.
James Williams.
Well, this will be interesting. Both of his kicks have gone to the 25-yard line to number 10, Andrew Sunderarm. How do you say that? Sunderarm. And so we'll see where this one goes. I'm sure he's ready right now.
Yeah, he knows.
It's always been this direction, too, by the way.
Well, the Lancers have moved all their deep men are back to the 16-yard line now.
Yeah, well, let's see. It's to him again. That's him.
Sunderarm takes it and takes off. He looks for a hole, and he is swarmed over. And it'll be the 33-yard line maybe where they'll spot it. We'll see where they put it. First and 10 for St. Francis, and we'll see if they come out a little more inspired here in the second half than they did in the first.
Well, checking all his kickoffs, they've all gone the same place. I don't see him kicking any long field goals to separate these two teams. So we'll see what happens. Watch, he'll end up kicking a 40-yarder or something.
So Aquina comes out, I formation. Ahoya is the tailback. The give to Ahoya, big hole, and he scampers through, getting out to, they'll spot it at the 41, maybe the 42-yard line. Another look at it.
Okay, here he comes. He's coming right at you, right up the middle, right off guard and center, and squirmed his way through for a good 9 yards.
Looked like his knee went down a little bit sooner than the 42.
I thought so too, and he bounced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they spotted at the 42. It'll be second down and 1.
We should probably mention here, Paul, that there is no instant replay in high school football. So when a play is called, it's going to be the way they call it unless the officials get together.
The give to Ludovico Ahoya again, and he is out towards the 45-yard line. They're going to whistle the ball.
All right, we're going to have to look at this one again because he was just going into a crowd. And next thing you know, we see the Sacred Heart kid. Okay, here we go. Now here he comes. he's going off guard there.
Check.
Now,
Eagle gun.
number 10 came out of that with the ball. And you know, Paul, I got to tell you something. Number 10 for Sacred Heart never hits the ground here.
I think you're right.
He never hits the ground here, which means that, well,
They blew it dead.
see, the
So
official,
nothing-
they didn't know who had the ball either
Right.
until the kid's coming out with the ball. And then all of a sudden, the official blows his whistle
Right.
because he goes, oh, wait, there's the ball.
So Sacred Heart ball,
So-
they're coming out of the huddle.
That might have been a break for the Lancers because we couldn't see him.
Hey, we have the wrong personnel.
Andres Ruiz out of the shotgun.
Albert's supposed to be in there.
The give up the middle
Yeah.
to
gun is
Jamar
big.
Williams Shepard.
It's big. That gun is big. That's the personnel. Get him in there. Go Raven.
He gets down to the 40-yard line. It'll bring up a second down and 8 for Sacred Heart.
Get Albert in. Raven gun left or right. Gun is big personnel. Our headsets don't work.
All right, so we got what, second and long 8?
Second and 8, Ruiz out of the shotgun again. The give again to Williams Shepard. Williams Shepard with some good yardage, fighting hard. Gets down inside the 35-yard line to the 34.
Very nice gain. Very nice gain. I think he's better off here. We'll see it on the replay if he kept going straight ahead instead of going outside. But number 4 pulled him down there from behind Williams. I think that's Bennett Williams for St. Francis.
Bring up a third down and 2 for the Irish.
A huge play after a takeaway like that. You really like to keep your drive going. Of course, you always want your drive to keep going, but after a turnover.
Again, the give to Williams Shepard, and flags come in.
Got flags coming from everywhere.
He's got enough for the first down. We'll see what the penalty's all about.
Eagle, gun, Okie right. Eagle, gun, Okie right.
If it's a first down, if the penalty is against Sacred Heart, then it's coming back. But otherwise, it's a first down even without the penalty because he's at the 30. The ball's at the 30.
It's against the Lancers.
It's against St. Francis, so it must be a personal foul. Oh, face mask?
Okay, let's get a box line.
Okay.
We're gonna go box right.
So a 15-yard
Boy,
penalty.
they keep walking. They're going to be in Palo Alto.
Takes it down to the 15-yard line. It'll be first down for Sacred Heart at the 15. 9:32 to go here in the third. As the Irish break the huddle.
Well, that was a significant gain.
That was very big for the Irish.
Albert's on the wrong side.
Snap, the give again to Williams Shepard.
This is just
Shepard
straight ahead, power football right now.
pick up of 3. It'll bring up a second and 7.
Right. Raven gun, leopard right.
Irish break the huddle. Ruiz again out of the shotgun. And again with Williams Shepard next to him in the backfield. It's a steady diet of Williams Shepard as he goes into that line and gets down close to the 10-yard line. Pick up
This
of a
is
couple.
just our power football going between guard and tackle. They're pulling the offside guard,
Raven gun, 31 Boise.
but not knocking anybody down in front of him. He's hitting in there and getting tackled right away, and whatever yardage he's making is just on sheer power.
Brings up a third down and 5.
Shepard is a pretty good-sized boy there. At 6'2", 215, and he's been their leading ball carrier the whole season.
It's there, coach.
Ruiz from the shotgun. Looks to throw. Throws over the middle on the slant. Caught for the touchdown.
He threw a
as the
quick
Irish-
slant.
Beautiful
Quick slant. And here it is. He just up here looking at the outside man, slanting in to the post. And for a touchdown, he's a big kid. Nice big target. That's Ronan Murphy at 6'3". So it's a nice target for him to throw to. Took it on a look-in, what we used to call a look-in pass right there. It says
snap spot kick is up, and the kick is good.
The kick is good.
7:44 to go here in the third quarter. The Irish have a 21-14 lead. The Irish to kick off. James Williams.
Yeah, we do need a football for the kickoff.
Yeah, so it's kind of a prerequisite.
It does help. Now there's a guy down the other end zone waving a football, but I don't know what that means.
Lancers have now moved their deep men up to the 20-yard line.
Oh, they're still trying to recover the extra point, Paul. That's what's going on, I think. Oh, well. Thank God they brought more than one. Okay, is number 10 ready for St. Francis here?
Now they moved everybody up, so we'll see where the kick goes.
Yeah, well, guess what? Goes the same play. Oh, no, 19 got in front of him that time.
Calls
Called
for
a fair catch. Okay.
Thomas
McDivitt got in front of him and said, "The heck with you, I want one."
So first and 10 for the Lancers at the 32-yard line, and they trail for the first time in this ball game. 7:44 to go here in the third quarter. Aquina under center. Habibi Likio is the tailback. They give to Habibi Likio.
Oh,
he's got a hole,
hole.
cuts to the outside, almost dragged down from behind. Now cuts back to the inside. He has his feet cut out from underneath him as he gets into Irish territory down to the 49-yard line. First down, St. Francis.
Terrific effort here by Likio. Watch him pick up his legs and really pick up speed here. Does an excellent job. He has a nice hole once he gets through it. And right here, right there, picked up his leg, sidestepped, and looks like he's got a little bit of energy.
So first down for the Lancers at the 48-yard line. Aquina brings him out. To give again to Habibi Likio. He vaults the tackler, and gravity will bring him down at the 46-yard line, where it'll be a second down and 6.
8 of 3. Second down and 7.
$6:40 to go here in the third. To give again to Habibi Likio, nothing doing. He picks up maybe 2 yards. With the second effort, maybe 2.5. They're going to down him at the 43-yard line.
Tries to go right over the center's butt here, but not much there. Maybe a yard, half yard. 3rd and 5. 4.5, 5. Big play for the Lancers because they're just inside the 45-yard line. And
2 receivers out to the right. Kena with again to Habibi Likio, who has a hole. Tries to get by a tackler, needs one block. Tries to split 2 tacklers, now puts on the afterbird, dives into the end zone. Touchdown, St. Francis. As
I said 2 plays ago, he showed a lot of energy for the first time tonight. And boy, did he turn it on there at about the... Okay, here we go. He's taken off around the inside off the center, cuts back to the outside, and right here just turns it on. He's got 2 defenders there, and he'll carry one in and stretch into the end zone. Now there's good blocking up front here. He comes behind the guard in the center, and you can see they just broke it open there initially, and then he did the rest. Excellent last 4 yards by that young man.
Okay.
Courtney Ogren for the point after.
Let's go Raven Oki left then. Raven gun, Oki left. Raven gun, Oki left.
Snap spot, kick is up, and the kick is good. A break in the action, 5:44 to go in the third quarter. We are tied at 21. A shot of the tree here at St. Francis, you can see with just some of the lights hitting on it. Now the goalposts come in. Tree has been here longer than anyone I know who is alive. And probably several of their grandparents weren't even alive when that tree was young. Matt Keith to kick it off. High end over end kick. Looks like it is returnable. Taken at the 5-yard line. Looking for some outside motion. Nice moves on the inside and out to the 24-yard line is number 21. That's Arion Mitchell. And Mitchell, they will spot it at the 24-yard line. First and 10 for Sacred Heart. 5:35 to go here in the third quarter. We're tied at 21. Sacred Heart playing inspired football here tonight at St. Francis and giving them all they can handle. Andres Ruiz out of the shotgun has Jamar Williams-Shepard over his left shoulder. The give to Williams-Shepard. No, the pitch to the outside. Some trickery by the Irish as they pitch back to Jamal Lavalier, and Lavalier gets out over the 30 to the 31-yard line. Actually, they'll put it right at the 30.
Well,
So pick up a 6.
De La Salle tonight beat Long Beach Poly 52-6.
All right.
I know, was he late?
Second down and 4.
Little update there for you.
Thanks for Sacred Heart.
Oh, that was live for everybody. I want
The
to keep
give
our
to William
audience
Shepard.
up to date
Shepard
on all
tries
high
to
school
get to the
stuff.
outside, and then he is swarmed over and thrown down for. They'll give him forward motion up to the 31-yard line, close to the 32. It'll be a third down and a long 2. Another look at it.
Yeah, it's right here. I mean, it looks like there's something, and there's no blockers out there for him. Look, there's 5 brown jerseys.
Third and 2, big play for the Lancer defense, big play for the Irish offense. Ruiz brings him out. He's out of the shotgun. Snap, give to Williams-Shepard. Shepard is swarmed over in the backfield and pulled backwards. Nothing doing. It'll bring up a fourth down. We'll see where they spot it.
Yeah, there's just nothing here for the young man. They're going off tackle on the right side. They just meet a whole host of Lancers.
Forward motion makes it a 4th down and 1 at the 33-yard line. And they're going to go for it. At least that's what they're doing. That's what they're showing right now. Fourth down. This is a bold move in the third quarter to go for it.
This is more than bold. Unless they're going to try and pull them off sides, I cannot believe they're going to run a play from the 33-yard line. I mean, that's just insane. You've played such a good game up till now. You're in the game. No,
when they do pull them, they're able to pull them off, and it'll be first down for Sacred Heart.
Raven Gun right, leopard pass. Raven Gun right, leopard. Raven Gun, leopard pass right.
Another look at it.
Yep.
And you'll see him jump
He
off.
just comes up and, yep.
Pushes the ball out to the 38-yard line. Clock will continue to run. Under 3:10 to go. Ruiz looks to pass, throws deep down the field, has a man open. They've flagged down. It could be offensive pass interference as it's caught by Ronan Murphy into the end zone for the touchdown, but there's a penalty flag down. It looked like offensive pass interference, but we'll see what the call is as he pushed off the defender to make the catch. Another look at it.
Yeah, here it is again. And he throws it up there for grabs. We couldn't quite see it. It looked like he might have shuffled him, underneath there, just kind of gave him a little brush.
The officials are conferring. We'll see what they come away with, as at least they're discussing it. And it is offensive pass interference.
Hey, Monty, let's go box right.
Look at it from
Okay,
another
here's a
angle.
different angle here, more from the upright.
You're right. Get your right in. Uriah.
Yeah, see, again, we can't
Box right, jet left. Box right, jet left. Get in the game. Tell him get his ass in
can't
the
see
game.
So it'll bring it back.
where it happened.
Actually, from the line of scrimmage, they're backing it up.
Charlie,
15 yards. It'll take it back to the 28-yard line. Excuse me, 23-yard line, where it'll be a first and 25 for the Irish. So a big penalty after they did a nice job getting the first down, drawing the Lancers off sides, and almost a huge play to push them back into the lead. And now they're going to have to come back from a first and 25 to give to the outside to Lavalier. Lavalier tries to turn the corner, loses the football, a scramble for it, and it is out of bounds. It will stay with the Irish.
Let's go box right, power pass right, post. Power pass right, post.
Looks like a pickup of about 4 yards on the play.
Power pass right, post.
It'll bring up a second down and 21, 2:36 to go here in the third quarter.
Fuck, Jamar got pumped on the edge. He makes that block. We get another 6 yards.
Irish break the huddle. Ruiz will bring him up. He's out of the shotgun. Got to be careful of too much time here. Ruiz has it, looks downfield, looks right, now looks back over the middle, throws over the middle and incomplete. As it drops to the turf, it'll be a third down and 20.
Okay,
Another
so
look at it.
yeah, this is just a straight drop back. Doesn't look like he had real good control of the ball, but he just overthrew him by a little bit. That was a one receiver set out there, so. And now they have third and
20.
A third of the field.
Yeah.
I guess a quarter of the field. But it's a long way in high school football. I mean, that's just a long first down. You better be a little bit conservative here, I'll bet you.
Ruiz under center. The give up the middle to Williams Shepard, and nothing doing.
Zero.
As he goes nowhere. And it'll bring up a fourth down in a punting situation.
Yeah, they're just going up the gut here. No option, just put it in there, and boy, he was met. And here comes the unforgiving high school punt play again.
Darius Thomas deep to receive for St. Francis.
Looks terribly deep to me for what this young man has been doing previously with the punts.
High snap, comes down with it. The punt is away, end over end, and it takes a neutral high.
Went to the 47-yard line.
Will be down at the
48.
48. Yep. First and 10 for St. Francis at the 48-yard line.
Pretty fortunate to get this kick off. There were 3 brown shirts and arms coming right in front of him there.
We'd like to thank TVU for providing the live coverage capability for tonight's game.
I know we did, but I mean,
Lancers break the huddle. 1:41 to go here in the third quarter. Habibi Likio is the tailback.
There was movement over on the right side of the Lancer line.
And that'll back it up 5 yards and make it a first and 15 for the Lancers.
Monty, you hear me? Take the headset off. Jack, do you hear me?
Yep, that was just
Put the headset down. Okay, Monty, so we can talk.
started to look like encroachment, and then but the St. Francis young man jumped, and that's all it took.
That is all that it took. Same formation for the Lancers. The give to Habibi Likio. He's got room to run. He gets to the outside. He has a blocker in front. Tries to cut to the outside. They grab a leg. He continues to go. Forces his way through. Continues to run, but he's ruled out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Maybe the 33. Another look.
Oh, boy, this is worth a look, too. I mean, he gets initially through the line of scrimmage, takes off. Now he's getting out towards the sideline. He got him on the knee. He put his shoulder down. And luckily there's an official along the sideline who says he stepped out of bounds. Because our view from here on the camera, you will not see a foot hit out of bounds. He lowered his head.
He was fighting all the way.
Their running game is picked up here. There was obviously a little bit of emotional talk during halftime.
Same formation, just the opposite side of the field. Habibi Likio again up the middle, picking up
See,
positive
he's kind of
yardage.
finding spots in there. Uh-oh. There's 15.
And every flag that could be thrown was thrown on that play.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may see this here. It's just somebody getting excited and continuing to block after the play is over, and gives the guy a pretty good shiver right here. It knocked the young man from Sacred Heart down. He didn't even see it coming. And we don't give numbers and names on things like this in high school ball, but that was very uncalled for. Particularly when St. Francis is moving the ball downfield, Paul.
Yes.
I mean, that's no time for losing your cool there.
Backs it up to the 42-yard line.
And you know Coach C won't be big on that because, you know, disciplined play is a forte of St. Francis.
First down and 20 for the, second and 20 for the Lancers.
Number 5 out here, the flanker, better be careful. You're going to be over the ball.
The give to Ahoya. And Ahoya gets down to the 36-yard line. Another flag on the play.
Another play off tackle to the right. They're running this side to death, and there's another penalty against the Lancers. They're going the wrong way here.
Yeah, they sure are.
Their offense is running the correct way, and the penalties are taking them the opposite way.
It is a...
Now we're back at the 50. I think we started at the 48.
Yeah. So at midfield.
So now they're in that predicament of 27 yards, is it? Second and 27?
Second and
10,
27 for the Lancers, yes. Akina out of the shotgun. Motion. Fake. Akina has it. Takes it up the middle. Tries to get to the outside. He does. Needs a block. Gets one block. Gets another block. Cuts it back to the inside. Now he's got a posse behind him to pick off players. Almost a touch in the back. In for the touchdown.
Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for your television for this replay because
Molly Akina.
This starts out as a play off of the inside of the tackle position. He keeps the ball. I mean, there's just too bad they followed the pitch man. Here we go. Here's another angle. Here he is. I mean, he's just running straight ahead, and here he goes. Now he just outruns everybody. Absolutely beautiful run by the young man.
Courtney Ogren on for the point after. Snap, spot, kick is up. The kick is good.
Likio does a very good job, by the way, Paul, of waiting for the opening. I mean, he kind of dances in the hole.
Yeah.
And then really has good acceleration.
Right. Breaking the action, 38.5 seconds to go in the third quarter. 28-21 St. Francis. Shot of the Lancer sideline, Lancer cheering section, and the band. As the Lancers have once again retaken the lead. But the Sacred Heart Fighting Irish are doing just that. They are fighting tooth and nail in this game. Kick is high and deep and well into the end zone for a touchback. So it'll be first and 10 for Sacred Heart at the 20-yard line.
Oh, when you fly up for the next game, you could put a marker on him kicking off into the end zone before you leave.
That's right.
And I'll go half and half on it with it. The young man really does do a good job with his kickoffs.
Andres Ruiz out of the shotgun. Excuse me, under center. Three-step drop, looks over the middle, tucks it down. In trouble, didn't throw it, and he is sacked in the backfield. Brought down at the 15-yard, let's say the 16-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like number 19. I couldn't tell. McDivitt, looked like McDivitt made the knockdown here.
And Sacred Heart looks like they'll allow the clock to run down here to end the third quarter. There's under 10 seconds to go, and the clock winds down. We have 3 quarters in the books. It's 28-21, St. Francis. Shot of the press box there on the far side. I think that's Steve Filio running the clock. Andres Ruiz under center. And a flag flies.
What is this? What does that mean?
Illegal substitution for Sacred Heart.
Sacred Heart is going the wrong way.
A 5-yard penalty. Ruiz again under center. Motion, the fake, the pitch, the reverse. Looking downfield, same pass we saw earlier in the game, and it is complete to number 21, Arion Mitchell. And Mitchell is out to midfield into Lancer territory at the 49.
Okay, here we go again. Here's the flanker pitch to 10. 10's coming, and now there's the throw. It was much better coverage that time. He wasn't out there all by himself, but
that was a nice catch.
it sure got him out of the hole because they were deep back down there in their own territory.
Nice catch by Mitchell with a defender all over him to go ahead and come down with it at the 49-yard line. 11 and a half minutes to go in this ball game. Ruiz out of the shotgun. Gives to William Shepard. William Shepard tries to get to the outside. He is swarmed over by a host of Lancers. Where it is whistled down, the ball pops out, but it was whistled dead. It was whistled dead, and they're going to...
If you count the number of brown shirts here, I believe you get 7 or 8.
Yes, he is.
I was able to sit up here and look at it, but okay, it gets held up right here. Now watch this. It's brown, and more brown. Looks like a scrum. Oops, wrong sport.
They gave him forward motion, a pickup of about, forward progress, a pickup of about a yard. It'll be second down and 9 for the Irish. Ruiz again from the shotgun. Give again to William Shepard. He tries to get outside, and he is tripped up and brought down after a pickup of about a yard. It'll bring up a third down and 8 for the Irish. They're at the 47-yard line.
Gun. Tell him gun. Tell Andy gun. Money. Gun. Tell him. Fucking tell him, Amani. They're cocking your block.
10 minutes to go here in the ball game.
I made a request.
Third down and 8. And now a timeout will be called by Sacred Heart. A break in the action, 9:53 to go in the game. 28-21 St. Francis. Third down and 8 for the Irish at the 47-yard line. Andres Ruiz out of the shotgun. Looks downfield, throws over the middle, incomplete. And it'll bring up a fourth down for the Irish.
Yeah, something's mixed up here because the receiver went one way, the ball went the other. He ran in and the throw went out. So just a miscommunication by the young men.
James Williams to punt it away for the Irish. Going deep for the Lancers is number 5, Darius Thomas.
Thomas looks more than 5'10", by the way.
He does.
He's more than 5'10". I mean, I'm looking at defensive backs at 5'10".
Low punt. He gets rid of it. The kick will hit at the 20 until he might have touched it. He might have touched it. A scramble for the ball, and it is Irish football as Darius Thomas looked like he got a hand on it. The official was right there, and a huge
Okay, well,
turnover.
here it comes. He muffs this ball down here. It's bouncing, and it tips off his hand, and now the ball is at a scramble. And Sacred Heart ended up on the ball.
So first down and a goal for the Irish from the Lancer 8-yard line. As the play comes in. And Sacred Heart looks to tie this game up again. 9:37 to go in the ball game. They come out in a shotgun. William Shepard next to Ruiz. William Shepard takes it, tries to get to the outside. There's a tackler out there. They make contact. They push him backwards. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's about it. We'll see where they mark it.
Okay, let's go. Hey, let's go.
Actually, a loss on the play. They'll put it back to the 10-yard line. It'll be second down and goal from the 10.
That was the same play they ran for the first touchdown, by the way, but the Lancers got outside and didn't let him get out there.
Yeah, they contained him, made him come back
made him come back and make the play. In fact, I think he lost 2 yards.
He lost 2 yards, right? It's second down and 10.
On the play.
Second down and goal from the 10.
I wouldn't be surprised they run the same play and the quarterback keeps it.
Come around the other way. And a whistle and a flag, and it's delay of game against Sacred Heart. And that'll back it up 5 more yards and make it second and goal from the 15.
Paul, Sacred Heart has to be careful here because on that last play, the ball carrier, number 5, Shepard,
William Shepard, yeah.
He got up and was really drawing at a couple of his kids. And, you don't want to see that. I mean, they're in a position here to, tie this game up, and you better all stay on the same page, and you're not going to make 10 yards on every play.
Andres Ruiz under center. Jamar Williams Shepard, the only running back to give to Jamar Williams Shepard, and he goes up the middle and pickup of maybe 2.
Maybe.
And it'll bring up a third down and
okay, here we go.
From the 12.
It's just an inside handoff right over the center guard and ran into a host of brown shirts. Lancers had that smothered from the beginning. You were right on it, Paul. He gained 2, but that's a tough 2 when you're
that was a tough
when
2.
you're down there. Now you're in a third and goal from
the 13.
The 13. So
Ruiz under center. Lone back is Jamar Williams Shepard.
Yeah, here's the keeper I was talking about.
He looks to the left, throws to the left into the end zone. Intercepted by the Lancers. Intercepted by number 4. That's Bennett Williams. And they're discussing whether it's going to be a touchback or whether he was out of the end zone. It is a touchback, and it will come out to the 20-yard line.
Okay, here's a replay, ladies and gentlemen, and this is very apropos for St. Francis because Bennett Williams is the number one on their charts for interceptions this season. He leads the team in interceptions, so he's just added to his total in this game at a very crucial time down on the goal line. That's just a big play.
First and 10 for the Lancers at the 20-yard line. Historically, when Coach Greg Calcagno's father, Ron Calcagno, coached the team, this would be a time where the Lancers would come out and put on a 7-minute and 49-second drive all on the ground and just run the clock out on you. We'll see how the Lancers start. The give to Ahoya. Hoya fights for extra yardage, gets out over the 25. Ludovico Ahoya.
Okay, well, he's going to go outside, and looks like he's initially stopped there, but kept his feet and is going and his shoulders straight ahead and picked up, I believe, close to 6 yards.
Picked up 6 yards. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 4. And we're down to 7:20 to go in the ball game. Kena with the give. It's to Ludovico Ahoya again. Ahoya gets out close to the 1st down. It'll be at the 29
Okay, this
yard
time we're going to come right. We're going to come towards us here. Just inside the tackle spot, and, 3rd and a half a yard.
Yep, 3rd and less than a yard to go here. Clock continues to run. Coach Greg Calcagno taking his time getting the play back in. So, opportunity to let the clock run. 6:37 to go in the game. Kena brings him up to the line of scrimmage. Ahoya is the tailback again. The give to Ahoya. He's stopped in the backfield. He forces his way forward, and he is going to be short of the 1st down. Another look.
Okay, here we are. We're going to the left. He's stopped in the backfield. He keeps fighting for yards. It looked like the ball was fumbled. There was a scramble, but it brings up 4th down.
4th down in a punting situation.
That is a very good defensive stand by the Irish at a very crucial time.
Quinn Murdy out to punt it away for St. Francis. Deep to receive is Jamal Lavalier. Clock continues to run. 5:40 to go in the ball game. Kick is away. It's a nice high kick, driving the receiver back and taking a Lancer. Hobby takes it dangerously, takes it in the midst of some Lancer tacklers, and then he is swarmed over and pushed back. They're going to rule him down at the 29-yard line.
Okay, this punt carries a good ways here, and he's very fortunate here that nothing bad. He's still backpedaling. He takes the ball at fingertips, but he almost lost the ball there. Looked like a face mask right there. I saw it live, thought it was a face mask. But they're going to start on the 29-yard line, and this will, could possibly be the last time they see the ball, Paul, if it takes them 4 minutes to get down there.
Different formation than we've seen tonight. The give, no, Ruiz
That's
keeps
just a
it, and
straight keeper, and that fooled nobody.
He may have lost a yard on the play as he'll be pushed back to the 28-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 11.
Space. 2nd down and 11. I think, no, you gotta go right. That's small. Quads. You know quads, right?
5 minutes to go in the game.
All right, there's some confusion here with Sacred Heart.
Official is starting to wind his arm out for.
Yep.
They're going to need to get this snap off.
He's at 3 right now. Well, he got it off.
Got it off to give the outside to Lavalier. Lavalier looks for an opening, and he is caught from behind and brought down.
Okay, Monty, let's go quads.
Another look.
Okay, here you go. You're gonna see the.
Let's take it. Okay.
Just a sweep. Just a good old regular sweep. Got a lot of guys out front, but no brown shirts on the ground. So.
3rd down and 12 for Sacred Heart.
And they're going to have a big decision if they don't make it here, because do you go on 4th down? Do you give the ball back? I think I do too, but you're down on the 25, 26-yard line.
You're under 4 minutes to go.
Yeah. Might constitute a timeout to have a discussion. Well, this could end the discussion.
There's a nice run out there by Williams. Shepard
That's
gets
close to a first
over
down.
the 39-yard line.
That's within a half yard of a first down either way. Okay, here we go. This is just the old inside handoff, right off the guard, breaks to the outside, and makes it up to, you know, the 30. It's the 38.5-yard line. I think they need the 39.5.
Yeah.
So they're a yard short with fourth down and 3:15 and counting on the clock. If I were Sacred Heart here, a crucial time, I would take a timeout. I think right now the clock's winding down, the officials counting. You're down to 3:01 on the clock. They're going to end up with a 5-yard penalty.
They called a
like
timeout.
I say, well, yeah, they should have. I think I said that 5 seconds ago.
So they take the timeout. A break in the action, 2:58 to go in the game, 28-21 St. Francis. Cheerleaders cheering, and the Lancers have a 7-point lead, but it's a big fourth down and one play here for Sacred Heart right now.
Yeah, they burned 7 seconds there by not taking the timeout right away. And
the give. And William Shepard appears to have the first down, and he does.
It looked like he made it. It just depends on the spot. But from up here, it was a first down.
They are moving the chains. First down, stop the clock to move the chains.
Yeah, this is just another inside handoff, the same one. And, they're just trying to get that half yard, and they did. So they've got 2:40 on the clock, and
Ruiz
60 yards to go.
Yes, they do. The fake
pitch,
pass over the middle and drop
fake pitch,
there by
throw
number
over the middle.
10, Ronan Murphy. And
somebody was not quite on the same page. That was a fake pitch pass. Here you'll see it. You'll see the fake pitch. There's the fake pitch back, and he hits a little look in quickly over the middle. But
second down and 10, 2:26 to go in the ball game. Irish break the huddle. Ruiz under center. Back to pass. Has time down. Looks for now. Now he's going to run it. Needs a block. Gets one. Now cuts back inside. Nice run by Ruiz to get in. And a late flag comes in.
Is he hurt?
Okay, he does a great job of scrambling here. He's back, looking, pushing. Almost loses the ball here.
Hey, let's go over right, Air Force right.
Right here, see, he recovered the ball. And I didn't see, unless they got him for a high tackle around the throat, I don't know what else the penalty would be.
I'm not sure what it was.
Flag came in late, but I saw the end of the play, and I saw his head going back, which indicated to me that he got him around the chin strap.
Well, it's a 15-yard penalty.
So they called a unnecessary roughness there. So they move the ball down to the 37-yard line.
First down and 10 for the Irish. 2:15 to go in the ball game. And Andres Ruiz is under center again. Give to Williams Shepard. Shepard probes his way through the Lancer defense. Picks up maybe 2 yards. Gets down close to the 35.
Okay, here's a gain of 2. Another inside handoff. And they by the way, they do have a man running wide on this play, so they can fake that inside handoff and pitch. I mean, they've got a few alternatives come off that play, Paul, but right now they're just kind of sticking between tackles.
1:38 to go in the game. The Irish have one timeout remaining in the contest. Ruiz out of the shotgun. Ruiz looks to his right, throws to his right, going deep down the field for a man, and it is incomplete, intended for Murphy.
Okay, let's go. Hey, let's go.
So that was Yeah, you'll see. He just cranks it up and tries to throw it long. I mean, it's like a Hail Mary here. Just took his steps, but he doesn't quite have a strong enough arm to get it that far out.
Had single coverage out there, but
yeah, I would say well covered by number 4, Bennett Williams, who's, as I said earlier, the leading interceptor for the Lancers, and he was on the spot again.
3rd down and 8 for the Irish. 3-step drop, quick throw, tipped up and caught by lineman for, that was Aiden Heavey. And Sacred Heart is forced to take their final timeout. So a break in the action, 1:12 to go in the game, 28-21 St. Francis. 4th down and 8, and the only problem with Aiden Heavey having come down with that last deflected pass is it forced Sacred Heart to take their last timeout.
This isn't raining. What's morning out here?
Andres Ruiz out of the shotgun, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. William Shepard is the receiver out to the left. The official waiting to blow the ball in.
Well, this is where he needs to be, Paul, to throw the ball, because when he throws it off the regular T formation, he just can't see over all those linemen. He's better off being back here in the short punt. Now he's got room.
Ruiz throws out into the flat. It's caught.
No, that's not going to go anywhere.
Put in by Lavalier, but there's nothing doing, as it'll be a turnover on downs.
And that is your ball game with no timeouts left. They'll just be able to kneel.
So the Lancers will take over the ball at their own 36.
Okay, and here it is. He just throws the ball out into the flat, and there's just nothing out there. The Lancers now will stay undefeated.
1st down for the Lancers. They'll go into the...
They're just going to go in the knee here.
That's right. They're going to
going
take
deep.
A knee.
You have Sacred Heart with no timeout, so it's just academic.
Take the snap, take the knee, and the clock will begin to run, and they'll probably have to fall on the knee one more time to end this ball game. A valiant effort by Sacred Heart tonight as they came down here with a 1-4 record. Nobody really expected it to be a close game, but they gave the Lancers all they could possibly handle here on their own field as they played a inspired football game. As they will take the knee one more time. He's certainly barking out a lot of signals, and all he has to do is snap it and take the knee, and he does take it. And that will do it for us here at Brother Fisher Field at Ron Calcagno Stadium, as the final score will be St. Francis 28, Sacred Heart 21. I'd like to thank our producer-director, Bobby Chastain, our camera crew of Renee Mendoza, Bill McAlpine, Nick Borda, Mark Taylor on replays, for all of us here at KMVT, for my good friend, retired coach Jerry Goose Gosland. I'm Paul Cunningham. We'll see you next time.
Good night.